Can the jinni enter the body of the human just like that anytime? Anytime? The answer is no. I'm talking about the possession. There are 4 conditions the jinni would enter into the body of the human to possess it. Number 1, the extreme anger. When you become so angry, jinn actually goes inside you at this stage. What did the Prophet ﷺ say to us when we get upset, angry, when we get mad? If you're sitting down, stand up. If you're standing up, sit down. Why? You want to upset the position of the jinni inside you. You don't want to make him comfy. Because as long as you're in your position and you're upset, he's the one who's now directing that body. والحديث يا إخوة, Sulaiman ibn Sirt, he was sitting next to the Prophet ﷺ, a companion, and he got so angry. You know, when you get so angry that your face what? And things come out of your mouth. You know, do like this. I said, إني لا أعلم كلمة. I know a statement if he says, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. The second case here is extreme or excessive fear. Excessive fear, the state of excessive fear. You're vulnerable during these conditions. So, excessive anger or excessive fear, that you're so fearful, you're afraid. Jinn can actually go inside you at this stage. Number 4, excessive heedlessness. That you're not paying attention to, you don't say the adhkar, you enter into the bathroom, you know, like when you eat, you're not saying Bismillah. When you enter the house, you don't say Bismillah, and so forth. Case number 4, the time when you're so much into your desire. You know, when you watching a scene, let's say pornographic, something like that, pornographic, that's what came, and you're focused with it. You're so much into the scene. That is when jinn actually can enter into your body. You're very vulnerable at this stage. When you're so much into that unlawful behavior. Jinn can penetrate your body at this stage. Even with your married spouse, even with the lawful one, you're supposed to make a dua that Allah would protect you from what? Shaitan at this stage.
We live in the ultimately shameless world today. The world in which streaming videos off of any website are available on your mobile device. The age in which the pornography industry is a multi-trillion-dollar industry. The point of which, the agenda of which is to make sure every one of you is a consumer of filth in one way or another. That every man, woman, and child is exposed to this stuff, and they're hoping you are, so you become addicted to it, so you become yet another consumer. This is the gift of pornography to society. It's creating people, turning people into animals and perverts. And some of you, unfortunately, have that addiction. And you're watching this stuff online. And you're watching it and saving it on your apps and your mobile devices. And you don't feel bad about it anymore. You've justified it to yourself. And you feel bad about it once in a while, but you go back to it. And as you think, oh, well, at least I'm not hurting anybody. At least I'm not doing it to anybody else. I'm just watching this stuff. It's okay. But you know what's happening to you? Inside, your soul is being just gutted. You have no soul left inside of you. So your prayers are empty, and you can't even shed a tear in your salat because your heart is so devoid of the fear of Allah because of the filth you've been watching all this time. It's turned you from a human being into an animal. So you can't even look. A woman passes by, and you see a piece of flesh walking by. You don't see a human being walking by that deserves respect. You check everybody out and everything out. You're constantly gawking and staring. You have a hard time putting your eyes down. When you're on the subway, when you're on campus, when you're at work, you're walking down the street, you just can't help it. You see a billboard, you take a second look, you see a third look. You don't miss any opportunity to just to violate your soul with your eyes. You're addicted completely. And then you say, brother, how do I get khushu' and salat? What world are you living in? What world are you living in? Ayyuhal ikhwa, my brothers, specifically my brothers, and I know some sisters have this issue too. It's a sad reality. This is a war. This is a war. This is more dangerous than any military war. This is the war that's destroying our souls. It's making its way into our homes. It's making its way, if I want to protect my children from this stuff as much as possible. But when my child goes to school, and it doesn't matter if it's Islamic school, there's a very high statistical likelihood that someone, a friend, with their iPod, with their mobile device, will say, hey, look at this. It's a very realistic, a thing nowadays. It's not far-fetched. And so I have to prepare my children for the filthy world that they're going to be brought up in. And there's no escape from this stuff anymore. There isn't. It's everywhere. It is everywhere. You have Islamic lectures followed up by, those YouTube puts those follow-up clips, and something will be filthy. Something will have to be filthy. And I don't think that's by accident. I'm not much of a conspiracy theorist, but I don't think that stuff is an accident. And what happens to you guys is you watch a video, you see something filthy, you click it, you click something else, and you end up watching disgusting things.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
الله أكبر.
بسم الله. اللهم إني أعوذ بك من الخبث والخبائث.